Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This is just going to be a quick sort of unstructured video about what I've been wearing lately. It's very typical for me to spend more time on different decants, samples that have been coming in than my own bottles. But I'll start with fragrance of the day. Perfume of the day is Patchouly from Profumum Roma. And this one, when you buy a full bottle, this is the only full bottle from this house that I own. It comes with a little roller ball that you can keep filling, and it comes, I think, with a little funnel. I think it came with this. But their fragrances are so oily that I don't usually like roller ball, that idea, but this is so oily, so I think it really does make sense with this particular fragrance. And it was a little bit colder today. Fall is finally coming. I mean, it's October tomorrow, after all. And I just got the urge. Also, I had a really bad day yesterday. I don't know where the relationship I'm in, where it's going. I think that the feelings are mutual, but we kind of have a different idea about what a relationship should be. And for once in my life, I've met a guy who has a full life with, very tight family ties, kids, grandkids, parents that he likes to help. And he's got all these interests and hobbies and friends. And it's just like, I don't know where I fit into all this, because he thinks so many other things are so important. And I feel like that every 14 days is some kind of minimum to keep a relationship going, especially in the beginning. And I think he's having a hard time kind of giving up every second weekend for me, which makes me feel like I'm a low priority. And I mean, he feels like his house gets neglected. I mean, as a house owner, I was a house owner for 15 years. I know what he's talking about, but I would think that we could, why don't we just, we can help each other with the things that we need. I don't mind if we do some weeding or paint a wall or whatever needs to be done when I'm there. But he doesn't want to burden me, and I don't know where we're going with this, and I'm just going to see where it takes me. Normally in a situation like this, I would break up, like I would leave because I would feel unworthy. But this time I'm just going to let myself be dumped if he wants to dump me. And if he doesn't, then, I'll stay until I feel that we understand each other. Like I really want to feel like we understand each other, because I've been really wanting to meet someone where I feel like they don't cling to me. I love my own time. I also have I don't have grandkids, but I have kids. I have parents that are very close to me that I want to give more attention to. I have hobbies. I've got so many different things. I'm looking for work. I'm busy. I go to the gym a lot. And I don't need someone that I'm constantly texting with and that takes all my time, or I don't need that kind of relationship. And I admire the fact that he has a full life even without me. So this is kind of a new, but I guess I'm used to men kind of not worshiping me, but I usually am the stronger person in the relationship maybe. And then I get bored. So this is a new situation. I'm breaking a pattern here. So I'm just going to sit still and in this canoe and see if it's going to tip over or not. I don't know. Okay, enough of that private stuff. I did go visit him over the weekend, and I brought this it's a little soap box. I found this cute little soap shop really close to where I live, and I just went wild and bought a bunch of soaps last time I was there. But this is all I brought, what's in here. And I wore, on the way down, I wore Bohemian Spice from April Aromatics. I'll have to say I don't like that fragrance. I know that I've said that I like all her fragrances, but then there are a few exceptions, and this is definitely an exception. It was too smoky, too animalic, too much, too loud. I mean, I put 4 sprays on from a sample, and that was too much. I think it's trying to do something like this, like Patchouly. I told you about this fragrance. This is a great, deep, chocolatey, rich, satisfying patchouli fragrance it's very warm. I mean, it does have a little bit of smokiness. It might have some labdanum or something. I'm not quite sure, but this April Aromatics one just is not good. I don't like it. I felt like I was really coming off. It's just too strong, I'm not going to wear it again. Then I think I wore, the next day I wore Shalimar. I think I already put that back. Shalimar, the EDT, or it's in here, I think. Yeah, it's the EDT version from 2010. And it's a great I mean, I don't know like all the Shalimar flankers and everything. I wasn't like a Shalimar fan back in the day when it first came out, but this is a really, really good fragrance. And I don't know how good the current formula is. If you guys know or have an opinion about this, please leave a comment below, because I want to find out if it's worth you like buying a bottle, and if there are any of the flankers that you would like to recommend. I mean, we have Guerlain now in 2 of our big department stores, and the exclusives are actually coming to Stockholm. And but they only have like Shalimar EDP and EDT. That's it. There are no flankers. So if I would like a bottle, I'd have to order it. Anyway, I really, really enjoyed that. The next day, what did I wear? Let's see if I remember. Let's see, I don't remember what I wore the next day. Oh, I did wear, okay, I did wear also over the weekend. It's called Kingmaker, and it's from a brand called QOT. It's kind of a little tiny niche perfume shop chain in Sweden called Gents, and I think that they do deliver to many other countries. You can go check it out. This is their own brand, so they've cut some, I think they've cut like one, what do they call it? Like they go directly from production to retailer, and they don't have that wholesale part of the chain, so they can sell them at quite an affordable price. A lot of these fragrances lean gourmand, and this particular one, Kingmaker, the closest thing I can think of is that's similar to it is Frustration from Etat Libre d'Orange. I mean, this has like, I'm not sure exactly what it has, but I think it has like caramel, it has coffee. It smells like a coffee shop. And then it might have like walnut or hazelnut or both, or maybe almond, or it's really creamy and rich. It smells like rich coffee. I mean, it's really good if you're into gourmands. I don't know if I need it. I'm very rarely do I feel like wearing something this straight up gourmand, and I have like 8 or 10 milliliters of Frustration, and then I have the rest of this. I don't think I'll ever go through a bottle of this, but it is a good fragrance, and if you're into gourmands, check this line out, QOT, because they have a lot of different gourmand fragrances. Then I have gotten the chance to wear, or to try, from Prada Exclusives. Has now come to Stockholm, and they're like the only one in Scandinavia that sells Prada Beauty, and Prada Beauty that does also include the exclusive collection from Prada. The one, and Purple Rain I think has been out for a while. This is not a brand new fragrance, but this is Purple Rain, and many find it similar to Infusion Iris. To me, I don't think it's so similar. I think this is much more, it's incredible, this fragrance. This is a really, really good fragrance, but I can't like straight up recommend it because of the price. It's like super, super pricey. And it only comes in 100 ml bottles. But it is, okay, if I compare it to Infusion Iris, this is much richer. It's buttery, it's more orris butter. I think that Infusion Iris is more iris. This is really creamy and buttery, and it also has a more distinctive note of violet, and you can also detect the rose. I don't think Infusion Iris has any rose, and if it does, it's not detectable. Here, it's really, this has definitely a hint of rose, but it's iris, violet. I mean, I'm sure there's like tonka beans and vetiver and other things in here. So, I mean, note-wise, it's pretty similar to Infusion Iris, but this it has much more depth. And Infusion Iris is more unisex, I would say. Has a more clear vetiver note. This is more powdery. This is more makeup-y, I think. It's incredible. I'm really enjoying it. I have worn it, given it full price. All I have now is like 1 milliliter, and I will cherish these drops. And I will look out for a secondhand bottle, or if they go on sale, because the person who shared this with me, she managed to get 20% discount. Because normally when our big department store has like sales, there's always like Byredo, Chanel, and Dior are always like excluded from the sale. And I would have thought that a brand like Prada would be excluded as well, but it was actually included in the sale. And 20% off is quite a lot of money when you're talking like $400 perfume. Then, what else would I like to share? I think, okay, I spoke a lot about this brand Exaltatum. This is actually the box for Mimosa Gold. I have a little travel size of it, but Exaltatum can see it there on the thing. It's a brand from the UK, and I said in an earlier video that I have a discovery set, and I mean I do. Here it is, but I have like all their, I don't know if I have all their fragrances, but like I've tried like 8 or 10 of their fragrances, and I like them all. But I have to take that back. And even the one Mimosa Gold that I have, and I've worn it again lately because I did a Mimosa video. I've really enjoyed it, but now kind of that glue note is kind of like bothering me a little bit. It's really almond, but it reminds me of a special glue I used to use as a kid, and most Swedish people are familiar with this special smell. It doesn't smell bad, it just kind of, I can't quite get the glue part out of this perfumey concoction. It's a little weird, and I wore 2 fragrances, or I was just trying them. I didn't really give them full wearings, but I tried by Serpentine, and I also tried, let me see what I tried. I did make some notes, and by Serpentine I will not wear again. It's too smoky, and I'll tell you just quickly a little bit of the notes with this by Serpentine fragrance. Oh, the other one was Osmanthus Noble, and I think that's considered to be one of her best. Oh, Osmanthus Noble, I've written this. Too much tobacco and leather, very earthy, lots of base notes. I don't hate it, but I will not wear it. So, I don't know. And I've underlined the notes that I get the most of. I was surprised to see that this was an aldehydic perfume, but Osmanthus, suede, saffron, and tobacco. And I don't know, it just didn't do it for me. I mean, the price of this, these are like 130 British pounds for 50 ml, which is pretty expensive. And they have 15 milliliter as well. But for us to shop from the UK is really expensive. So it's hard to get a hold of them too. Oh, by Serpentine, I've written this. I hated the opening, but enjoying the dry down. Leathery feel, too heavy and earthy and smoky, too much tobacco, and I don't like the dried fruits. So this has cherry and dried fruit in the mids, and Artemisia. I don't know. It's just, I didn't love this one, and I don't think I'll go back to it now. I think I've kind of had it with them, and I don't know about this house anymore, if it's really for me. Okay, and then I've also gotten a hold of a fragrance that I have been interested in and tried in store, and I've taken out the actual perfume, but it's this is a Swedish house called 1969 that just happens to be the year of my birth. And it's called Female Christ. I really like the name too. And I love patchouli. And it is a patchouli fragrance, but it is a challenge for sure. There's some cold notes in here, and like that give it a medicinal feel. I did write them down. So it has like eucalyptus, it has pimento that also has gives a little bit of sharpness. It has rhubarb, making it tart. Wintergreen, I think adds a little bit to the coldness of the fragrance. What have I written here? Earthy, has a coldish top, loud, exclamation mark, challenging. And then I've written, is it similar to Pantomime Act 4? It's that minty mustiness. And Pantomime, this is a terrible box for a discovery set, but I think you still can see what it says, Pantomime. This is a Swedish perfumer. His name is Fredrik Dahlman, has made these perfumes. And they are, this discovery set is just horrible. The way I don't know, but it looks like that. The Pantomime, they've called their perfumes Act 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And there's like 2 notes listed for each fragrance, but there's one patchouli one. And I tried it. I made like a little overview of these acts, Act 1 to 4. I've tried them before, and I didn't like a single one of them. And I thought, I'm just going to go back to them and try them again, because I think this might be a little bit of an acquired taste. And it is the Act 4 that is the patchouli one. But I've written that it's not half as challenging as Female Christ. So this is the more challenging one, for sure. But there's a real love-hate feeling. And sometimes those fragrances flip over to pure love later on. But they are similar in style. Like they're earthy. It's patchouli and it's earthy and it's kind of cold, and it has that. The main accords in Act 4 from Pantomime are patchouli, woody, warm, spicy, earthy, and balsamic. I don't know. None of these are a total love yet, but I'm intrigued. And I'm definitely intrigued to try this again, but I will probably next time try it like when I'm at home, just at home. I wouldn't wear it out among strangers, or not yet at least. All right, let's see what else. And then I have tried a new fragrance from Serge, and it's called La Fille Tour de Fer. And it's a really nice jammy rose with iris. So it has two kinds of rose, iris, and pink pepper. And it's a beautiful rose fragrance. Rose, like a straight up rose, really isn't my thing, but it's really nice. If you are a rose lover, this is definitely one to try. And then I've also tried, oh yeah, I did try that side by side with Purple Rain from Prada. And like Prada is an iris fragrance with a little bit hint of rose, and this is a rose fragrance with a hint of iris. So they're kind of a little bit, they have overlapping notes for sure. Let's see if they have anything else. Oh, I think that was it. But like, they were both really nice fragrances, but Purple Rain, I decided to give it a full wearing. So now I've worn it one time, like all over myself. It's incredible. I love it. I want it. I haven't it now came up on my list of fragrance, like on my wish list. So my wish list, I made a video about that like a week ago, and now it's already changed. So I bet I could take something off the list and put that there instead. But not until this is gone do I have to worry about that. Okay, and then I tried a new fragrance from Mise en Cire called Luxury. And you know, I was just saying yesterday to my Swedish perfume group that this is kind of a not so unique fragrance. It's a little bit powdery, it's a little bit irisy. It has some nice kind of female undertones like white musk, vanilla, benzoin, and tonka. Nothing special. It's Alberto Moria's house, and it also has orange blossom. But then when I went to bed, I was just kind of spraying it when I was talking into this video. I'd make videos in my Swedish Facebook group. And then when I went to bed, I was like, oh my God, this smells good. So I kind of changed my mind. I thought it was like really good fragrance, but maybe not the most unique, but it is really, really good. I'll have to say, this one maybe I'll just spray it right now, just sitting here with you guys and just kind of, maybe it's one of those fragrances like with the real good stuff, it takes a while to notice all the good base notes. I remember this when I first got to know Artemisia from Penhaligon's, that I thought this is nothing special. It's like a watery floral and there's a little bit going on, but like, it's boring. I thought it was boring. And then I noticed I just caught myself reaching for it over and over. And then I started to realize how much I enjoyed these like buttery undertones. I think it was the iris butter. This one, maybe that's what it is. You know, it has really high quality iris butter, or, you know, orris butter maybe. I'm not sure, but it smells really, really good. I mean, this house, Mise en Cire, this is Alberto Moria's own fragrance brand or fragrance house. And they're really easy to like fragrances. A lot of them are really good and powdery and maybe not like the most unique and like they're far out or anything. They're just like really good perfume. I mean, so I don't know what you think. Do you like Mise en Cire? I don't know. We now have access to Mise en Cire in Stockholm. There's a store that carries this brand, so I will definitely be diving more into these fragrances now that I have them. I have access to them. And then I've tried Cristobal by Balenciaga again, and still think it's incredible. But it is actually one of those fragrances that might not be super unique. It's like vanilla, sandalwood, and patchouli in the base. There's all these flowers in the mid. It has some fig leaf and carnation, and I don't usually like carnation, but this particular fragrance is incredible. And this came out in 1988, and it is now, one of you guys told me this, they're relaunching this with a new line of fragrances, and I bet they're going to be like really expensive, like Balenciaga exclusives. And I heard from a friend in my perfume group that it is not the same fragrance as the old Cristobal. So if you were hoping for this one, this might disappoint you. Like, don't blind buy it. It's something else than it used to be. Maybe it's not bad, it's just not the one that you might think it is. Then I also tried a fragrance from by Kilian called Can't Stop Loving You. And this one was made by Alberto Morias, but for another house. And it does have definitely like by Kilian's DNA, and it reminds a little bit of Love Don't Be Shy, But this one, there's something, it's very sweet. It has like honey and it has labdanum. It's a little bit heavy. To me, it doesn't smell natural. It has, I don't know if it's the like fake ambroxan or something in there, or what it is. It has something called Paradise Oni, like it's they're actually naming like a molecule they're using. I don't know. I didn't like it. I will not wear it again anyway. Let me see what else. Oh, I just wanted to, oh yeah, I noticed that the perfume guy, I don't listen too much to him, but he had like a ranked list of Mise en Scène fragrances. And on place number 12 out of 12, he put luxury. So the ones that he had, he put it last. That one I just mentioned, the one that I couldn't stop sniffing myself when I was going to go to bed. And he put first place, the best one, according to him, is Ideal Oud, which I have not even tried. And my favorite so far from the house is called Poudre d'Or, like gold powder, is not even on the list. So maybe he didn't have access to it, or I don't know if he likes it, or maybe he doesn't like it. Ambre Magique, I have a decant of. I absolutely loved it when I first smelled it. Now I think it smells like fake ambroxan, or like amber woods, synthetic amber woods, and I just can't wear it. I haven't quite given up on it, but he put that at place number 8 out of 12. Anyway, I mean, I think that a lot of what Sebastian puts out is like, he's definitely sent a lot of stuff. I mean, he's one of our biggest influencers within perfume, and I very seldom see that his fragrances are marked, like sponsored or something like that. But when he makes a ranked list, at least that says something. Like, he's going to rank, he has to put something in the last place. He has to put something in the first place. So it does carry a certain value to me, even though I feel that I rarely spend time on people that are sent things. But I do listen to him because he always gets a hold of the newest stuff first. So I do go there to talk to hear him talk about new releases. That's what I use his channel for. Otherwise, I think that it's a real problem that there are so few that are like spending their own money on fragrances these days. Let's see if I missed anything that I wanted to share. Maybe that was all. I think that was all. Or did I talk about Scarlet Rouge from Moresque? I'm not sure. Anyway, that one had dried fruits, cherry blossom, white flowers. That was a really nice fragrance. I think I have to try it again, though, before I talk about it more in detail. Oh, I do want to share 2 little comments from my kids. Like yesterday, I came downstairs and I was wearing Catharsis from Coreterno. This is one of my, like, last summer's best buys. This and Clair de Musc from Serge are the fragrances that I've been wearing the most since I bought them a few months ago. And I had just sprayed it on, and I came downstairs, and he was like, "What's that smell? What are you wearing?" Like, and he said, and I said, "Is it good or bad?" And he said, "I don't know. It's just, it smells like paper or something, like when you open a new book." I just thought I would share that because I do think this one settles down. And I wouldn't have thought it, but maybe it smells a little bit inky or something, like there's some kind of print quality to it. I mean, this one has rose, this one has oud, it has leather, it has a hint of whiskey, so there's a slight sweetness. I don't think it's too boozy because I don't like boozy fragrances much, but this is really good. This is really good. But I was surprised at his comment. And the other thing I'd like to share was that my daughter came to breakfast. She came to breakfast and smelled so darn good. And I had to ask her what she was wearing. I just couldn't pinpoint it. And turns out she's wearing Flowerbomb by Viktor and Rolf, like the original, not any of the Thousand Flankers, the original. I think it's the EDP. And I have given her this bottle because I never wore it. But she had just kind of newly sprayed it, and it seriously smelled so good, so good. And I just felt like, okay, one of these days I'm gonna have it as my scent of the day, because that's the kind of vibe I want to give off. It had a really nice sillage. I don't know, how it lasted throughout the day, but that smelled really good, really like perfumey in a good way. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think that was all I had. Is there anything here I'd like to share more? Oh, I've also tried Vanille from Franck Boclet. I think this one is a little bit like, it's a little masculine. Maybe it's a little bit close to Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Maybe it smells a little bit like vanilla extract, the kind that you bake with, that dark liquid that Americans bake with. See, here in Sweden, we use like a type of vanilla sugar that even most people buy, the fake vanilla. Let's see, is there any more here that I haven't talked about? What have I got here? That was that Scarlet Rouge. I'll get back to you about Scarlet Rouge. I talked about Kingmaker already. Yeah, I think that was all for today, guys. Is there anything in here? No. Yeah, that's all I have for today. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next video.